It is not solely for my amusement. It is mostly, let me put it this way, it is mostly not for my own amusement. Although, part of me is thinking, it is kind of fun to watch me get pissed. Oh, good Christ. Okay, well, there it is. Back up. I have no idea. Your computer was restarted because of a problem. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that problem right now. That was a nasty crash. That was like some serious bullshit type crash. Well, welcome back, everyone. Good God. Good fucking Christ. That was an impressive one.
South Dakota has a new viral PSA that's going around.
Okay.
The main message of the PSA, meth. We're on it.
Okay. That's nice. We'd just like you to know, meth, we are on it. And there's the ad. Motherfucker.
Continue without supporting this time.
Continue with sucking my dick.
There's a problem in South Dakota, and we all need to get on it.
Oh, seriously? Like, I don't care.
Together, we can get meth out of here. Meth.
Yeah, look
We're
at that.
on it.
Look at that old guy. He's like, yeah, I love hard drugs. Because, who doesn't? That's completely ridiculous.
And then we've got these 3 football player kids.
Uh-huh.
They're all ready to do meth.
Right.
Especially the tall black one who looks like he might have some talent.
Right. Yeah.
He needs to do some meth. And then the old rancher dude.
Right.
Well, I've been on meth for 72 years.
He's like, I'm 37.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yep, I'm doing just fine.
South Dakota's new anti-meth campaign, Meth We're On It, was widely mocked on the internet as people tried to figure out if the state was tackling the meth crisis or just using drugs.
Uh-huh.
But all jokes aside, South Dakotan health experts and government officials want the escalating meth crisis, one they say is ravaging their rural state, to be taken seriously. Governor Kristi Noem took to Twitter Tuesday to defend her administration's campaign, emphasizing that meth is a serious problem in South Dakota.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, like, especially between, like, old people.
In South Dakota, twice as many teenagers ages 12 to 17 reported using meth in the past year than the national average. Jesus. Lori Gill, the State Department's of Social Secretary, told NBC News even more. 83% of court admissions for controlled substances involve meth. And between
83%?
Jesus.
Damn.
Between 2014 and 2018, the state saw a 200% increase in people seeking treatment with the primary diagnosis of methamphetamine addiction. South Dakota's meth crisis is growing and alarming, Gill said. It's hitting every corner of the state. It's why her office launched the awareness campaign. It's why she is glad people are talking about it, even if they are making jokes. Well, yeah.
They are making jokes, that's for sure.
Meth, we're on it. You fucking sure are.
You sure are. Correct. You are indeed correct. You are indeed on meth. You crazy fucks. Wow. Okay. Oh, I'm so pissed that did not work. Ah.
Drug arrests were at an all-time high in Rapid City in 2018. 1,546 for a city of 75,000. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, you think? There that is. Okay. All right.
Meth, we're on it.
Meth, it's what's for dinner. That is completely ridiculous. In the best of ways.
Are we fixed now?
No.
No, we are not.
I mean, I guess I could run it out of the Terranax. Let's see how that sounds. don't know why. I think I have the sampling rate wrong. Either that or it just can't handle the bit rate. Okay. Well, that's enough of that. You're on the latest version of Skype. Yeah, it's a good thing that I upgraded it. Piece of shit. That annoys me. Okay, quit. Fuck you, Skype. Fuck you up your stupid Skype bunghole.
Skype hole.
Yeah, fuck you up your Skype hole. Because that's all I want. You know, just to get completely screwed by stupid crap. I mean, yeah, no problem. Yep, totally. Easy going. That's what they call me, easy going motherfucker. I actually said nobody ever, but you know, in my dreams, that is what they call me. What you got?
A survey suggests teens want Apple products and most of all AirPods as
Okay.
holiday gifts. Yet dig a little deeper and you'll see what kids really want.
What?
I don't know. Free porn.
Yeah, well, what they want is the same thing like every teenager since the beginning of time has wanted. They want their privacy. They want to be able to listen to stuff that annoys their parents. And they want to always be able to tune out the outside world. Like, that's what teenagers want. Period. All there is to it. See, not complicated. That's what they're after. Period.
Why more than 10% of teens named Apple as the favorite brand to be gifted? The second place came Nike. And next came Louis Vuitton and Gucci. Oh, Jesus. Teens desperate for designer clothing? Who are these privileged tykes? I looked a little more closely and learned that these were upper-income teens.
Right.
And they had declared Apple product the most desired was AirPods.
Right, of course they did.
Oh, Muffy, just tell your father
Muffy.
that you want AirPods Pro for Christmas.
Yes, I love that they have that plural. They've just added that little bit of like, fuck off. Oh, they're not the AirPods. They're the AirPods Pro, mind you, Pro.
And then I need a pair of Nikes and a Gucci bag.
Yes, before I go to the Hamptons. Yes, yes.
I vacay in the Hamptons, but I live in California.
It's so nice. I'm a snowbird. Kind of.
My butler changes my diaper every day.
He's a very good butler.
Oh, Muffy.
Muffy.
Just tell your father you want AirPods Pro for
Tell
Christmas.
your father you want AirPods Pro. And then
You're the sort of 17-year-old who craves Louis Vuitton and Gucci. You're not going to slum, are you?
Then
Terrible for your image. I'm still worried that desperation for AirPods, even AirPods Pro, may not paint the true picture of teens. Yeah, it may not. Fortunately, the survey also had a column headline, What Gen Z Wants for the Holidays.
Right.
Would noise-canceling AirPods be at the top? Would it be merely AirPods? Not at all. A study shows that low-income teens want food.
They want food?
They would like to eat for Christmas. Wow.
That's really depressing.
No shit.
Wow. Okay, then.
But I want AirPods Pro.
Not just a single
I
AirPod.
need $350 headphones that will die after 2 years.
Kevin. They're only $250. And they die before Apple comes out with a new pair.
Oh,
Brilliant. Unfucking real.
the true number one gift desired by teens, you know what? Money.
Money.
Kids, you see, are true capitalists who perhaps don't trust their parents to get them AirPods Pro rather than the ordinary kind. Ergo, they prefer to have money to make their purchases.
Right. Righto.
Did earbuds in general perhaps come second? No.
No.
Clothing came second.
Right.
Because your average teen can never get enough Nike, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci in their closet.
No, of course not.
The teens in my neighborhood want bulletproof vests, but thank you, okay. Somehow, the first truly gadgety item is what Gen Z wants for the holidays list was phone at number 4. Computer came in at number 6. And electronics in general, number 7. Wait, what? Just in general, just things.
You know,
Just
stuff.
things. They just want things that are all electronic. My best advice.
Right.
You should believe the results of such surveys is to give teens in your life money. It may seem lazy, but at least it won't be a mistake.
Right. And they won't hate you. At least
Woe be
not
it
immediately.
any parent, aunt, or uncle who buys the teen the wrong sort of gadget. What if you're moved and the results appears to be anything by Samsung, Motorola, LG, and indeed anyone but Apple?
Right. How dare you?
Ho, ho, ho. What a dumb fuck story that was.
I was about to say, I'm kind of hoping you were going to figure that out sooner.
Come on, Muffy.
Come on, Muffy.
I only want AirPods. And a bucket of diarrhea thrown on me in the middle of Times Square.
Well, but of course, it doesn't everybody.
How can I recreate this? It sounds so slum.
Oh, God.
I want to stuff 5 pigeons in my ass and then walk out in Times Square and get a bucket of hot diarrhea thrown on me.
Right. Like you do.
And then I want AirPods.
Lots of AirPods. That doesn't even make sense, but okay.
I love that the diarrhea was hot. Like, how did he heat it?
I don't know.
If it was that much, like, how did he warm it up? I have questions for the diarrhea man.
Yeah, you and me both.
Google confirms that Android camera security threat. Hundreds of millions of users affected.
Right.
Android flaw allow attackers to spy on their users through the phone camera. No shit.
Unreal. Oh, come on. Add video. Show me live video.
Motley Crue said they'd never tour again. Guess what?
Nobody cares.
Exactly.
Yep.
Fucking Motley Crue. Woman's eye bursts after spending too much time on the phone, doctors say. Shenzhen, China. Of course. Doctors say a woman was temporarily blinded after blood vessels in her eye following an all-night session of playing on her smartphone. The unidentified Chinese woman was able to take herself to the hospital after realizing the next morning she could no longer see out of her left eye.
Ah, that's optional anyway. Nobody cares.
The following morning, as soon as she woke up, she picked up the phone and started using it again. About 5 minutes later, the patient discovered she was unable to see out of her left eye. She couldn't see anything.
She didn't care.
Doctors found large patches of blood in her retina, which effectively blocked her vision. The ruptures were caused by physical exertion. The woman, who has since regained vision in her left eye after doctors created a small hole in her retina, allowing blood to be removed. And now she's back on the phone.
Right.
Phone sex with the eye. It's the new thing, says Sonny Crockett. Yeah. It's the new thing.
You could call it that.
Do you think your phone made the eye burst, or do you think she had some kind of underlying condition? I don't think the phone did it. Do you?
I mean, whatever.
I don't know. I stare at my phone a lot. I have specialized lenses that are supposed to help me stare at screens, but you don't know if that works or not, you know?
Right. Now, who knows? Could be anything.
Sky News is making me reload this page, but it's a good one.
Okay.
Beach ball, beach ball, beach ball, beach ball, beach ball. Did you do that when it does the beach ball?
I try not to because it generally bores people.
Now you will. You'd be like, beach ball.
I don't think I will.
Wild boar discovered and snort 17,000 pounds of cocaine in the Tuscan forest.
Okay.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, motherfucker.
The hidden haul of white powder was strewn across Valdiciana Valley after being dug up and devoured by the feral hogs.
Wow.
Wild boar in Tuscany have sniffed out and destroyed a stash of cocaine,
Okay.
leaving drug dealers £17,000 out of pocket.
Oh no.
The hidden hull of white powder was strewn across Valdiciana Valley after being dug up and partly devoured by feral hogs. The drug dealers were heard complaining about their discovery by police who were listening on the telephone.
Wow.
The gang, who made up of 1 Italian and 3 Arabians, had buried a Class A drug in jars and were allegedly trafficking around 2 kilos of cocaine every month.
Like you do.
However, the jars were not enough to protect the cocaine from the curious snouts of the wild boar.
Wow.
Here we see the wild boar in his habitat. The middle one is a total cokehead. The others are just there for protection.
Right. To protect against the master.
Slowly, the wild boar finds its prey. 2 kilos of cocaine in a brick.
Right.
The other ones gather around and just watch him. Then the wild boar squeals and squeals all the time for no fucking reason.
Squeal, squeal, squeal all day and all night. That's all you do, god damn it.
Never makes a point, never finishes a story.
Right.
Just keeps doing cocaine over and over again.
Can't fall asleep and it's doing cocaine in its sleep. And it can't fall asleep and it's doing cocaine in its sleep. And it wakes up and it's doing cocaine.
The gang were said to have been operating in September 2018 and March 2019 and charged $85 a gram for high purity cocaine.
Okay.
The police investigation was sparked after 21-year-old Albanian, allegedly a dealer, was murdered in May last year. The drug dealers are not the only people concerned with the influx of wild boar.
Well, good. Somebody has to be.
With farmers protesting in Rome earlier this month over the animals wreaking havoc on their land, doing lap dances.
Oh, man, I hate it when they do that.
Doing pole dances.
God damn it.
And generally just selling their wild boar ass all up and down the street.
My God, have they no decency?
2 million boar are estimated to roam Italy, according to the president of the Farming Association, Cordoretti Etteri Prandini.
Of course, that should be the least of their concerns if you think about it, since...
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. For once, you sounded actually Italian in a way that, like, it would not offend Italian people.
It is no longer a question or compensation, but a matter of personal safety, and it must be resolved. Ministries and leaders of regions, municipalities must act in a concerted manner to draw up an extraordinary plan.
Extraordinary plan.
Without administrative obstacles. Otherwise,
no, Kevin, you gotta do it right. You gotta get the hand in, or it's not right. Try that
Otherwise,
again.
the problem
is
destined to get worse.
Perfect.
There's just going to be more boars and more cocaine and more boar prostitution.
Yes.
The government is collapsing, but it's because of all these boars.
All these fucking boars.
Doing all the cocaine.
Doing all this coke-headed boar thing.
Didn't I mention that Motley Crue is back on tour?
Yeah. In other news, Motley Crue has decided they're touring in Italy. Wow.
There they are right there.
Yeah.
They discovered the stash, which was kept in jars. Hey, man, you want to do some blow? Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata, motherfucker.
Let's do some blow.
Hakuna Ma blow.
Why don't they just make it like Wild Boars Giving, and everybody just eat the wild boars on one day a year, and then they won't have as many boars, right?
I don't know.
It could be part of your coming of age. You need to kill boar, and then eat it, and hope it didn't do too much cocaine.
Right. Actually, maybe you are hoping that it's done a lot of cocaine.
Ooh, this boar's bacon is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would love it. I would love it. Can I get some more of this boar's bacon?
My God, is it great?
Dear God, this is fantastic. you know, one time and back in 1974, see, this was the other times, you know, before like the away times or before everything, before that, you know, like one time we all did a whole bunch of this.
Is that what
jars.
people on cocaine sound like?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
This is what Italian people on cocaine sound like.
Wow.
I make the meatball.
Meatball, motherfucker!
Then I do the cocaine.
I went swimming in Venice. Yes, that's right, swimming in Venice, because, you know, that's what you do in Venice, especially when it's underwater like it is right now.
Bride arrives to her wedding in a coffin.
Okay.
Because she wanted to be different.
Right. Well, she certainly succeeded.
An unidentified bride pulled quite a weird stunt at her wedding as she arrived to her reception in a coffin. The bride started dancing immediately. The coffin was open to the amazement of everyone who gathered to celebrate with her on the big day. Some details of the wedding are still unclear at the time of the file of this report. However, recall that a 58-year-old bride, Jenny Buckleff, pulled the same stunt in 2018.
Okay.
Also by showing up to her wedding in a coffin. She said she did it because she wanted to be different.
Well, so much for that.
I just wanted to do something a little bit different.
But
instead of turning up in a horse-drawn cart, I was like, I'm going to turn up in a coffin.
Yep. And you even fucked up on that account.
At first, I thought someone was barbecuing. And then I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
I was like, I need to go to my wedding in a coffin, bitches.
Wow.
Everyone see the leprechaun say, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be different. Okay. These babies were buried wearing helmets made of human heads.
Ew.
No one knows why.
I mean, I have a theory.
The infant skeletons date back 2,100 years and were wearing the skulls of children, which said they still likely had flesh on them at the time of burial. Ooh.
Gross.
Archaeologists are perplexed by the discovery of two ancient human infants who were buried while wearing the skulls of other children on their heads.
That is pretty epic.
These morbid helmets.
Oh, God, I see what they did there.
Were found in Ecuador and represent the only examples of the funeral in the right world.
Wow.
The babies were interred in a burial mound in Salanjo, an archaeological site on the center Ecuadorian coast.
Okay.
Sometime after the year 100 BCE, the remains were uncovered during excavations that ran from 2014 to 2016 and resulted in the discovery of 11 human burials. Lead author Sarah Youngst, an archaeologist at UNC Charlotte, wasn't at the site where the infants were excavated, but she said the initial reaction of co-author Richard Lunis, an archaeologist at Ecuador's Universidad Técnica de Manabí, who was at the dig, says it was a surprise.
What a surprise. There you go with your crazy shit again.
That is totally weird.
That was not at all a surprise. I'm so not surprised, I'm going to die from not surprised. That's how little surprise I have right now in my body.
He quickly recognized that there were 2 layers of skull and removed the burials with the surrounding soil matrix intact to help preservation. When I analyzed the remains in 2017, we actually finished excavating the remains in the lab, which led to more detailed discoveries about age and primary individuals and the extracrania.
Okay.
Youngst and her colleagues think the juvenile skulls probably still had flesh on them when they were removed from the children and placed on the infants' heads.
Okay.
Scott, if you are insolent,
Scott.
I'm going to cut off your head and put your skull on Mini-Me's head. Okay? Are you ready?
Are you okay? Are you okay with that, Scott?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
can
Scott.
you shut the fuck up, Scott?
Please, kindly just drink a big cup of shut the fuck up, Scott. Okay, thanks. Shut up, Mini-Me. This is my time to shine.
He just wants his meat helmet.
He wants his meat helmet. Where is his meat helmet? He's a very simple creature. Give him his meat helmet and let him be on his merry little way.
One of the specimens also featured a small hand bone and a
Oh,
shell that appeared to be deliberately placed between the infant's skull and the helmet.
okay.
The headgear for this infant was orientated such that the primary individual's face looked through and out of the cranial vault of the second.
Uh-huh.
Wow. So it was like a helmet with holes, like,
A holy helmet?
Jesus Christ.
Much like a holy hand grenade?
Apparently stuff before Jesus was fucking weird.
I'm not sure where to go with that, but sure, why not?
It's almost certain this arrangement was part of a ritual ceremony, but the purpose of skull stacking is still unclear.
Skull stacking.
Though many ancient South American cultures venerated human heads and skulls, often burying them in isolation, this particular version of the ritual manipulation is more difficult to interpret because of its novelty.
Okay.
Oh, what a novelty. I've changed my mind, Muffy.
Oh, did you now?
Yes.
Really?
I don't want AirPod Pro anymore.
AirPods,
I
my
want
good
a
man.
human skull helmet.
AirPods
I need a human skull helmet that I can then see out of.
that I can then stack.
We need
With
to
my-
find someone with a large head that has recently passed away.
Well, actually, or we could just off one of those servants again. Nobody pays attention to the hired help anyway.
Who has the largest head?
Gather round, servants, gather round.
Do you think his head would fit on top of mine?
We have a very important thing to figure out. Which of your heads is the most compact and stackable?
Muffy has a tape measure.
Now, stand before Muffy and get your noggin measured. Don't worry, we won't cut them off while you're awake. Yes, we'll wait until you're asleep. Your family will be well looked after.
Jung's team speculates that the unusual rite may have been a symbolic way of offering protection to the infants in afterlife.
Okay.
The authors wrote that the arrangement may have represented an attempt to ensure protection of these pre-social and wild souls, which is supported by the presence of stone ancestor figurines near the skeletons. The presence of lesions on all four skulls hints the possibility that malnutrition or infected diseases.
Okay.
These symptoms may have been linked to food disruptions after volcanic eruption, known to have occurred before the burials, but the team said it would take more evidence to definitively determine a link between the eruption and the burials.
Right, and did I mention we're going to take the hired help and stack their heads?
To that point,
Might I add?
future research into the biochemical properties of the skulls may shed more light into circumstances that led to the bizarre helmet rite. Helmet rite? Wow.
Helmet right? Okay. All right, continue.
We hope to do future studies on isotopes,
Isotopic things.
which will allow insight into diet and geophysical location and landscape and DNA, which may clarify the relationship between the infants and their accompanying crania.
It may also give us a chance to stack our servants'
We
heads.
probably won't be able to determine the cause of death since the finds are so old, but we hope to clarify some of the ritual significance in the future by putting these burials in context of the larger mortuary complex of the mounds of Ensalanjo more broadly, she concluded. We will also determine the cause of death by placing the skulls on our own heads
Okay.
and dancing around the laboratory.
Oh, come on.
Does this look good? How does this look
Oh.
on me? Oh, that's so much better than Gucci.
Oh, yes. Oh, quite so.
Oh, God, Gucci's skull helmet. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
They're buried with helmets made of human heads. The larger children.
Wow.
So do you... Oh, wow. Maybe it was an eruption and it, like, killed a whole bunch of people and they all took a whole bunch of stuff to the head, you know? And they were like, well, these skulls
Dude,
are intact. Put them on the babies.
I
Put
don't
the
know.
skulls on the babies.
I do not know. I don't know. I don't want to know.
helmet.
It frightens me. It's scaring the children. And how are we supposed to lop off the hired heads if they are scared of having their hired heads lopped off?
Friday. 3 bands. Cannibal Corpse,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Slayer,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
and Human Skull Helmet.
Waspy thing.
Put the skulls on the babies.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Put the skulls on the babies.
On the baby.
Stack up the skulls.
The servant skulls. The show has reached a new low. But that's, you know what? We wouldn't have it any other way, so why the fuck not?
And then I could play like really good on the tiny strings too, like.
Oh, now he's just going into straight up strong bad.
Oh yes.
Of course he is.
Strong Bat's head could fit on many babies' heads.
Oh man.
I have a very large head. Okay.
I have a very long, head on a pike.
What are you looking at, kid?
I do my best to keep my head on a pike at all times.
Nobody's cutting my head off and making a skull helmet out of it. I'll tell you that. Neptune's moons perform strange orbit dance around each other. That's great. Neptune is so far away that, why are we... Okay.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a moot point if you ask me. Like, seriously, who cares?
Extraterrestrial life could be more common than previously thought. Yeah, okay, sure. Sure.
Well, we're gonna put that at higher than 0. Because that's freaking absurd.
Whoa.
What?
Unicorn meteor storm.
Okay. I don't even know what that is. It sounds like a terrible metal band.
We're opening for Human Meat Helmet.
Okay.
Human Skull Helmet. Okay.
Human Skull Helmet.
You like Unicorn Meteor Storm. They're really good, dude.
Dude, they're great. They're so good.
Oh, for all, so good. The shooting stars we see when the Earth passes through a cometary asteroidal debris trail. Da-da-da. This is not your typical meteor shower. Da-da-da-da-da. On Thursday night, stargazers may get to see several meteors pass per second in a rare event known as a meteor storm.
Okay.
There's a chance that upcoming alpha monoceratoid meteor shower could turn into an all-out meteor storm.
Okay.
On the night of November 21st.
Right.
According to Esklo Lyon and Peter Jeniskins, 2 meteor scientists who have been studying the meteor shower. It is not a guarantee that such event will unfold.
Yeah, this may or may not be indicative of a meteor shower. No way
but
to
they
tell.
say there is a good chance that there will be some meteors.
I mean, they're probably
We're not sure if Human Meat Helmet is going to show up tonight, but if they do,
oh man,
let me tell you,
it's going to be a freaking riot. Let me tell you, it's going to be great.
There's a good chance it will bring the first alpha monoceratoids meteor storm since 1995.
Right.
When it produced rates of around 400 meteors per hour.
Wow.
400 meteors.
Unbelievable. Anyway. God damn. See, all it takes is a broadcast machine crash to completely distract me, and the whole thing goes to shit.
It will reach its climax around 11:50 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Onlookers should start looking at shooting stars around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right. For those who actually want to see it, the rest of us don't give a fuck. I'm just going to throw that out there. 0 fucks given.
If this scenario happens, that the meteor shower is referred to as a meteor storm.
Uh-huh.
One of the most prolific meteor storms in history unfolded on November 17, 1966, when onlookers were witnessed as many as 40 meteors per second.
Okay.
Or 44,000 meteors per hour.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we're going to get that.
I sincerely doubt it.
One thing's for sure, meteors radiate from Monoceros, a faint constellation that is Greek for unicorn.
Okay.
Da, da, da.
Are you going to do the whole rest of the show in like straight up monster truck. Because, I can handle that. I just have to be prepared in advance for it.
Oh, no. New Mexico looks like we have poor viewing conditions.
Oh, well, I mean, nobody cares anyway.
But then look at the good viewing conditions. Doesn't that look like a dick?
Oh, God, really?
And the balls are California.
Okay, Kevin. Okay.
It totally looks like a dick. You know it.
Nobody cares.
I need to watch a unicorn meteors in Idaho.
In the Hamptons.
With my brand new AirPod Pro.
And my stack of servant heads.
And my human meat helmet.
And my human meat stack. Oh, God. Oh, it's so stupid. It's not stupid, if that makes any sense. Nah, never mind. It's still stupid.
Stargazers should keep in mind that there's a chance the meteor storm does not materialize.
There's like a 30 to 60% chance of a meteor shower. And like the rest of the time, I don't know. It's like a weatherman.
Let's see. Let's change that just a little bit. To be like, okay, so concert goers should keep in mind that there's a chance that the Motley Crue does not materialize.
The Motley Crue may or may not actually show the fuck up because, they kind of do whatever they want, and at the moment, they're off trying to score some Italian Coke. P.S. That's the only reason they're touring, so they don't actually tour to play music, they tour for the drugs. There it is. I don't know.
Monocertids, you might be able to see them, but you might not.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
And they might come, but they might not.
Oh, never mind. You're still on that.
The meteor shower.
Oh, Lord.
Go outside and look up, and then someone will get you with a bucket of diarrhea.
Uh-huh.
That's super hot diarrhea.
Okay. Anyway.
What are the symptoms of anal cancer?
Oh, no! God! This is what happens when the broadcast machine takes a shit. Kevin goes completely anal and completely monster truck. Don't ask me how that works, because I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
The United States is experiencing a dramatic and concerning rise in the rate of new anal cancer cases.
Really?
And deaths from the disease, particularly among young black men and elderly women. The incidence of squamous cell carcinoma of the anus, the most common type of anal cancer, rose 2.7% per year over a 15-year period, while anal cancer mortality rates
Kevin
increased 3.1% during that year. I know, anal cancer, not something to joke about.
Never joke about colon cancer unless your ass is singing an aria of tumor and turmeric expression. Actually, in that case, you can feel free to.
At this rate, the disease can be considered one of the fastest accelerating cases of cancer incidence and mortality in the U.S.
Yep, probably because people don't generally go to the proctologist and say, can you check me for cancer?
The rates are increasing very rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
It's concerning. Traditionally, our perception of anal cancer has been one that's one of the rarest forms of cancer because it's often neglected. It sure is. Actress
exactly
Farrah
my
Fawcett,
point.
who died of the disease in 2009. I didn't even know what she died of. Remember, they didn't say?
Oh, well, I guess her publicist caught it. They're like, nope. I don't think we're going to be telling the public about that.
Among some of the startling statistics, the rare developing anal cancer was 5 times higher for black men born in the 1980s compared to those born in the mid-1940s. That may be because young black men are disproportionately affected by HIV, which raises the risk of developing cancer.
Maybe.
I don't know. Nobody knows why you get the butt cancer, but you do.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That just hurts me. That just hurts me.
The vast majority of the cases were people who also had human papillomavirus.
HPV.
But about 3/4 of American adults don't know
I was about to
HPV
say,
causes the disease.
most people, like, there is a shocking number of people that just have HPV and they have no idea. Like, you right now could have HPV and you wouldn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they just recently, and I mean very recently, approved a vaccine for men. Yep. Good times. Go get inoculated. That all you got?
What are the risk factors
Oh, for
anal
fuck's sake. Oh, please, no more anal cancer.
Having many sexual partners, having anal sex, being over 50, experiencing frequent anal redness, swelling, and soreness.
Okay, Kevin. Okay.
Having anal fistulas. Smoking. If you smoke while having anal sex, being over 50 with many sexual partners at the same time, you might be increasing your chances.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Bleeding from the anus or rectum is the first sign of the disease. Pain or pressure in the area around the anus, itching or discharge, a lump near the anus. A change in bowel movements like narrowing of stools.
Oh, please. New topic. Ugh.
I hope you never get anal cancer.
I hope you never get anal cancer either.
Thanks.
Yeah. This is like the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. Wow. Okay, well, on that bright note, I think that'll do it for ADHD Radio.
This is brought to you by Anal Cancer Awareness Week.
Right.
Students, you should have your anus checked every week.
Yeah. Be sure that somebody
please visit my office.
Somebody sticks a dipstick in your cornhole, you know, to check you for the runs, the sneezes, and the queefs. I just threw up a little bit. Ugh. Anyway, that'll do it for ADHD Radio, because I can't stand any more of anal cancer. Congratulations, Kevin. You've drawn me off of the air 10 minutes early. And I don't know. That's all I got. That's all she wrote. All she wrote. Unless you got anything else that doesn't involve an anus.
Meth, we're on it. Anal cancer, we're sitting on it.
Yeah, anal cancer. It might be under your very... Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. We don't want to know. We don't care. Ugh. Okay. Yep, that'll do it for ADHD Radio. Until next week, we are out of here. Later.